What's up, YouTube? Is this thing on? I'm really trying to get used to this YouTube lifestyle. It's gonna happen. What's up, guys? I'm here to do a social media Q&A. I know this is the last thing that people care about, but I think it's gonna be good to have on my channel. I haven't looked at the Q&A yet. All right, so I asked people on Instagram and I asked people on Twitter. That was 10 minutes ago, so I don't have as many questions as I do on Instagram, but I do have these questions. I haven't looked at them yet, so I'm just gonna go through them, at least the appropriate ones or the mostly appropriate ones, and just see what happens. See what kind of answers I can give y'all. I don't know if you can hear my neighbor's music. Every time I do a video, it seems like he's playing music. Okay, this isn't a question, but it's very nice. Just want to say from Insta Boner. Oh, great. But it's B-E-A-U, Boner. So, okay, it's kind of creative, but not really. Just want to say you're beautiful and hope you have an amazing day. All right, that's not a question, but thanks. Just kidding. That's so nice of you. All right, this guy says, Tej1984 says, so how crazy was Miami on the weekend?
Video is going viral on TikTok. A young man in custody on Clearwater Beach let out of the back of a patrol car and cheered on.
It was a brief handcuffed run from the law.
I didn't go out, so I don't know. I didn't watch the news either. A lot of my friends who were planning on coming to Miami soon texted me. My mom texted me too. She was like, wow, Miami's all over the news. And I'm just yeah, what isn't all over the news? I don't know, I'm just over caring about people going out and doing things because everyone's depressed. They just want to live a little. Obviously, people need to be taking the precautions and be safe and make sure that they're not spreading. But I'm not blaming people who are out because, y'all, no one wants to be stuck inside anymore. It's so tired. The government really should have wrapped this shit up 6 months ago. Luke Bulba says, how do I stop getting attached to guys who don't want me? You just gotta focus your attention on people who do. If they don't want you, it's the end of the story. That's a hard one because you don't really know if they don't want you right off the bat. They might talk to you, they might be chilling with you, but it's hard to tell if they're actually into you. Some people will lead you on. Some people will not tell you that they're not into you or just kind of friend zone you. That's a hard question. If you get a no, keep it moving. Keep it moving. It's not fun trying to be into someone who's not into you. You wouldn't even want that. And if they're not into you at the beginning and then somehow they get into you, is that gonna last? Probably not. So just find somebody else. Are you happy to be back in Miami? From CBS. C_B_S. Not CBS asking me. It's not funny. Yeah, I'm happy to be back in Miami. I needed some peace. I needed just to go somewhere where I knew that I could get back to myself and take this time just to kind of reflect on the past year and think about me, myself, and I. Cue Beyonce crawling on the floor. All the ladies, if you feel me, I may sing it out. No. Somebody said I'm French. Oui, I'm happy for you. Esteban Rivers. Sounds like a porn name. Esteban Rivers. Yo, get your coin. Would you visit New York City now in the spring or summer, or no plans to go back? I have to go back and move the shit out of my apartment. I just left my bed and my couch, and my apartment lease ends in the end of May, so I will be back in the spring. And I want to see people and I want to have fun. I'm sure the city will be a lot more alive by then, hopefully. I don't know, people have this idea that I don't like New York City, but it was just more I don't like New York City during a pandemic. So I will definitely be back. I really enjoyed the city, it just wasn't the right time for me. What do I look for in a man? From Saint Etienne. I think that's French, but I could be wrong. What do I look for in a man? I don't look for a man. I don't look for men. I'm not gay anymore. Obviously, I'm still gay. What do I look for in a man? That's such a hard question right now because I'm so not even emotionally available. I'm not there. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't look for men. Which 3 songs would you use to describe you? That's a hard question. I don't have this off the top of my head. Let me look in my library or in my playlists. Songs to describe me, there's gotta be a Mariah, because y'all know that I'm a lamb. This is bougie as Angel? No. I can't even answer this question. I'm gonna have to get you back on that. So I'm gonna take a rain check on that. All right, this one's in Spanish from David Mancia Uno. It's in, I said that. Fue difícil tomar la decisión de hacer un OF. I sound like a gringo. For those who may not speak Spanish or are learning still, was it difficult to make the decision to do OnlyFans? Not really. Kind of. I was definitely like scared of the judgment. So it's kind of similar to YouTube in a way. Like at least I don't listen to the haters, so whatever. Yeah, it was hard because, you know, I was working a job and I've worked jobs while having OnlyFans and have been terrified that like I would get fired or something. And I never got fired. No one really ever knew. I don't know if anyone cared. If they did know, it would be kind of hard to explain, like, you have an OnlyFans and you're not allowed to, but I was subscribed to your OnlyFans and that's how I found out. Like, I didn't really ever see that happening. I'll just leave it at that. Why did you move to Florida? Well, if you want to know why I moved to Florida, you can check the video. I don't know if I'll link it, but there's a video on that. Best Mariah album and why? Oh, you can't even ask that question because every album just depends on your mood. So if you're like stepping out, you're like loving life, like then you're listening to Emancipation or you're listening to E=MC². If you are having a rough time and you're going through it, you're probably gonna listen to Butterfly. You're probably gonna listen to, I don't even listen to Charm Bracelet, but I know a lot of lambs love them some Charm Bracelet. I've tried with Charm Bracelet. Maybe I'm just not mature enough yet for that. Those melodies, it's hard to follow those melodies. They are all over the place. It was a little bit too complex for the GP. Wanting to get in shape, any tips for starters? Yes, start with your diet, because if your diet's not good, you probably won't really be able to change your health, your physical health, that much. So if you're talking about, honestly, even if you're talking about losing weight or gaining muscle, you really need to get that diet in check. So if you're trying to gain muscle, you should be having a lot of protein. If you're really trying to gain it, you should be having at least 1 gram of protein per body weight that you weigh. So I'm about 185 pounds and I try to get that much protein each day. I don't count anymore just because life is too much and I don't care to do that right now. If you do and you're really serious about it, you should count your macros. If you're trying to lose weight, just make sure you are getting your veggies, eating your protein as well, and don't be shy to do weightlifting as a form of losing weight, because as you gain muscle and work those muscles, it'll also help you burn fat. Do a lot of cardio and stay consistent. You have to stay consistent if you want to change your health. If you just do it once and then another time in 3 weeks later, or twice a week and then not at all the next week, nothing's gonna happen. You have to be consistent. So try to do like 3 times a week to start, and then maybe 4. Change up your exercises, but make sure you are staying consistent. That's my advice. How are you liking the South? Obviously I know what this person meant when they said how are you liking the South, but I don't consider Florida the South. Well, I guess northern Florida could be the South, but it's still weird. The South to me is like Louisiana, Texas, Georgia. Even Virginia's not really the South for me, but I know it is technically the South. The Confederacy. I was working out before this and I took pre-workout, so I'm a little bit excited. Favorite self-care routine? I love me a dark shower with a candle. Sometimes I just be sitting in the shower, listening to music, with my little candle going. Yes, I sit in the shower sometimes. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I see myself about to turn 31. Ew. God, I don't want to talk about that. First artist you'd like to see after COVID. After COVID? When is COVID done? I guess when people start announcing tours. I was supposed to see Tinashe. God, I should know that. I was supposed to see Tinashe in April of 2020 for the Songs for You tour, which was a great album. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. But obviously that got canceled. So I'd really like to see her. Obviously I want to see my girl Beyonce, Mariah. I just want to kind of open up my experience and go to as many concerts as I can because I have been lacking new music. Music alone is hard to just start listening to. Like if you're looking for a new artist, it's hard for me to find one that I really like and stick with. So seeing them in concert really gives me kind of the opportunity to see what they're giving, the talent that they have, if it's like raw talent, if it's live, if they're lip syncing, and that's when I start listening to a new artist. Like I saw Tame Impala in concert and it was very enjoyable and I listen to them now. For me, it's all about that live experience and then I start listening later. So I'm open to anyone. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. What's your sign? Gemini, sun. I know people hate Gemini, but I am a Gemini and I'm nice, I promise. I am a Taurus moon and a Virgo rising. And a lot of the times I'm like, oh, like I'm a hermit because I'm a Taurus moon. But I don't really know if that's accurate. Like I just say a bunch of random shit and then say, oh, that's because I'm this. That's because I'm a Virgo rising. And half the time I don't even know if like it's applicable. So y'all can tell me about myself, maybe. How can I be more confident in myself? Juan, oh, Juan, you are so beautiful. You should be very, very confident in yourself. In the past year, my confidence has gone boom, just because of everything that's been going on. You gotta use those positive affirmations. You gotta tell yourself, yo, you are badass. I am a badass. I'm amazing. No one could be me. And no one could be you because you are you and you are unique. Show the world who you are. Just shine. Try not to fit into the mold. I sound like a motivational speaker. Are you still working your full-time job? I quit that. If your life was going to be made into a film, who's an actor you would like to see play as you? The guy who played Dean Thomas is kind of cool. So he could play me. What's your biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve is when people lie to me when they could just tell me the truth and give me the opportunity to be like, oh yeah, whatever, like that's cool. Or be like, nah, like bruh, stop. Don't lie to me. I don't see what the point in lying to me is. Unless like, I don't know, it's just like a white lie and you're like, oh, I'm sick, like you don't wanna hang out, okay, that's fine. But if you're lying about like things that matter, that's on you, obviously, it's not on me. I think I'm pretty chill. I think I'm pretty laid back, but when you lie to me, it just makes everything worse. The truth is always the way to go. The truth is out there. Favorite Britney song? Bum. Bum, bum, bum. Hush, just stop. There's nothing you can do or say. I think that's my favorite Britney song. I hope you guys could understand what song that was. Please come to LA. That's not a question. When's the first time you had sex? My freshman year of college. Sorry, mom. Basically, it was a grinder hookup and I never saw him again. Life and times of a gay man. Now I'm gonna go to Twitter and see. These people gave me questions. If you could go back and tell little 13-year-old Q a piece of advice, what would it be? 13, I was a freshman in high school and I was very ready to grow up. If I could tell 13-year-old me something, it would be to don't take life so seriously and have fun. In the past 4 years, I've been very like work, 9-to-5 job. I've been very like on track and kind of putting myself under a lot of pressure to like, okay, do this, get your job, get your money, just live life. Don't be in a rush to grow up and have fun with it because you're gonna be old before you know it. This person asked another question. What is a day in your life like? I guess that depends on, you know, when you're asking. Right now, I wake up, I make breakfast, do some stretching, I listen to music. Music really gets my brain moving in the morning. I usually am kind of at the gym by 12 or 1. I have lunch, it's pretty boring. Right now, it seems like if I'm telling someone about my day, I'm like, wow, like I don't do shit. But if you had asked me 5 months ago, it would be like work, Wake up, make breakfast, work all day, go to the gym, go to sleep. Still boring, you know? Would you rather be allergic to the sun or allergic to sweat? I don't think that you could have one without the other. Like if you're allergic to the sun, isn't it like the same thing, kind of? Obviously it's not the same thing, but if I'm allergic to sweating, then I could not go into the sun because I'll probably sweat in the sun, and I sweat a lot. I could probably go in the sun if it's like cold out. I'd probably rather be allergic. No, because if I... This one stumped me. I'd rather be allergic to the sun. Yeah, it has to be the sun, which sucks because then I wouldn't be able to get my melanin. If I was allergic to sweating, I wouldn't be able to work out, which means I wouldn't be able to, you know, be fit and healthy. That would take priority, but my skin would be like very, very light. Mixed problems. What do you like and dislike about gay culture? Oh God, not this. What do you like and dislike about gay culture according to your own personal experience? I think that's gonna have to be a video on its own. I will screenshot it. Justin, thank you for the question. Top 0.001 says a listener. Taste. That's gonna have to be a video because I have a lot of problems with gay culture and there's a lot of things that I love about gay culture. What cities have you lived in and what do you like/dislike about them? I have lived in Madrid, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Miami, Milwaukee, but I was a kid, so it doesn't really count. Fort Collins, but I was a kid again, so it doesn't really count. I really loved living in Madrid. It was just a completely new experience. It was so foreign and I was 21. Everything was new to me. I was going out, I was meeting Spaniards, I was just living life. Yeah, it was great. Each city that I've lived in has its own taste and its own flair and its own unique culture. And there's things that I love about every city that I've lived in, and there's things that I hate about every city that I've lived in. I try to like assess the pros and cons when I think about my time in each city. New York City was so diverse, and that's something that I loved about it. I did not love the rats. I would see a rat every day. Yuck. What's your biggest fear? My biggest fear is probably losing my parents or my brother, because I know that's gonna be, I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, so I'm not gonna think about that. But I know losing my family when they die, or maybe I'll die first. God, I'm the youngest, so I hope not, but that's weird to say. Like, I don't want them to die. But yeah, I don't want my family to die. All right, next question. What is your daily motivation? I have this happiness, this spark, this life inside of me that when I'm in good spirits and I'm happy and or content, I don't even have to be happy. Like, I have this thing inside me that just keeps me going. I don't know, I'm just happy to be alive and I'm happy to experience new things. And when I am experiencing new things or challenging myself in my own way, then I am motivated. So like fitness is a huge motivation for me, just constantly being able to, you know, raise my level or fix injuries or kind of just work towards something. But there's also more than fitness. And I'm trying to kind of find that balance in life where, yeah, I go to the gym, but it's not like my priority. It's not my entire personality. Because sometimes I know people are like, do you do anything besides go to the gym? Would you rather die burning or drowning? Damn, that's morbid. I would probably rather die drowning. I feel like drowning would be faster and it would probably be a little bit more peaceful. That's so weird to say, but I feel like my flesh burning while my brain is still alive and seeing like that's terrifying. I'd probably rather drown. Maybe I would die from smoke inhalation before the fire gets to me. So in that case, well, I don't know, that's still suffocating versus kind of drowning. It's similar. I'd probably drown. I'd probably rather drown. Throw me in the lake with a stone. I'm a witch. When's your birthday? May. I'm a Gemini. May 28th. That's that. Those are all the questions that I have. I might do this like once every 3 months. Probably not. But it's been fun and entertaining. Thanks for the questions. And yeah, we'll see what we got coming up. Bye. I'm gonna go take a shower because I am sweaty. I had to come back because somebody asked me if I ever wanted to get married. And yes, I wanna say yes. Obviously it depends on whatever partner that I might have. It would be nice to have a ceremony. It would be small, intimate, outdoor. It has to be outside. Nothing complex, nothing expensive, just maybe the ceremony on cliffs overlooking the ocean and the sunset, and then the reception in a wooded area with nice lanterns hanging from the trees. Not cheap lanterns, like classy lanterns. And intimate, very intimate, but a good number of guests. No more than 100. So yes, I would like to get married, but if not, I'm not gonna be mad about it. You know, marriage is for the straights, and if it doesn't happen to me, then that's fine. But, I will have a long-term relationship. Maybe, hopefully. All right, bye.